Minutes late this afternoon for our lunch and learn, and I do apologize about that. I wanted to make sure that all the geniuses had the link to get started and to join me on stage. So today I am Yaeunda, the founder and CEO of Everything Metaverses. We have Everything Fashion, which is Cheatham Knowles, and we have Everything Human Resources, which is Melody Fogarty, and we are niched in real estate. So first things first, let me invite my guest to participate, and let me make sure I can get them. So let me send this to my guests really quick and get them taken care of as we get started. Today, we're going to be talking about the metaverse land and all the uses that we have. So, looking forward to talking with businesses as well as as well as individuals who may be curious and want to know more about the metaverse and the capabilities and possibilities, which are limitless. So, looking forward to just unpacking that today. So, sending out all my invitations to my geniuses to make sure that they can join on the stage, and that'll be great. So, let's get started on there, shall we? So, first thing, what is the metaverse? So, I can talk to you about it all day, but I want to take you through the journey. So, in this journey that we take you through, hey there, Hector, how are you?
Hey, I'm doing well. How are you?
Good, good. I'm doing well. I can't complain.
Awesome.
So, thank you for making it for the lunch and learn. I don't believe Peter or Mr. G was able to make it today, and that's okay. So today I wanted us to talk about how to create. Oh, that says how to create a pitch deck for products and services. So I always change it at the end. So let me see if it'll allow for me to edit it right quick. And it may allow for me to edit it, which is this is all about metaverse value proposition, but metaverse value proposition for you. So it's not going to allow for me to change the name during, but that's who we are, metaversing you. So, Hector, can you take a few minutes and tell us who you are and what you do?
Yeah, absolutely. My name is Hector Perez. I'm the CEO of Nifty Credit Solutions, and we specialize on business credit, small business funding, and personal credit. So I am the individual that's in charge of helping you get the money that you need in order to scale your business or to start your business. So our whole mission here is to help small businesses all over. Help them get the funding that they need, right, to get the business started or to even scale. So we've partnered with Yaeunda here, and we're looking to help your business grow. So we're really excited about the information that we're going to be sharing today, especially related to the metaverse and how you could leverage your business using the metaverse, right? So yeah, let's get right to it.
So, absolutely, I was on mute, so I do apologize. So, first things first, I wanted to take you through this journey with us, and I need to do a share screen. So, not sure if Restream is going to let me do a share screen, but we're going to do one. Okay, because I want you to see this. This is who I am. This is how you can get in contact with me. This is part of the website that I use. 10 reasons why you should subscribe to my page. But also, when you look over here, you have these links. So I'm going to take you on cyber into the everything metaverses, and we're going to travel through our destination to the metaverse. So, as you see here, we're live broadcasting from my website, which is welcome to my website. And part of what you'll notice inside of here, this is a metaverse. So, this is an immersive technology, and you're able to take your Web2 business, or if you're thinking about starting a business, you're able to do this. So, this actually replicates or simulates a brick and mortar, but it's virtual, it's digital. So, wow, here comes immersive digital websites. So, part of what Hector and I do is we are in the metaverse. right? And we help businesses around the world to understand what they want to create for a digital identification for their brand, for their business. So you'll notice things like, and I'm just giving you a tour around here, but you'll notice things like as soon as you get close here, you'll see hobbies. You're able to put in videos. And this really does do a good job of highlighting you, your value, and your brand and what you can do. So this is a metaverse. And you'll notice earlier I said everything fashion. So everything fashion can enter here, and then all of a sudden we're in there. So he does some custom one-on-ones and some other things inside of the metaverse that I think is nice. Next, we'll keep walking and you'll notice the genius room. Enter here. Look at there. And inside there, that's where geniuses are located and ready to work with you regarding your products, regarding your services, regarding your business. So, Hector, thank you so much for joining in and talking about that. So, you're in the Genius Room, and tell us a little bit about how you go about helping your clients.
Yeah, I help our clients by, first of all, setting the right foundation, right? With any business, before you can get funding, you have to make sure that your foundation is set right. And with any bank, whenever they're reviewing you for credit, they're looking at things such as, where is your business registered? Do you have a professional phone number? Do you have a website? Is your business listed in the yellow page? These are things that are, although it might seem a little insignificant, very significant whenever you're trying to obtain credit. So what we do is we help set that foundation for you, so that way when you do begin to ask for funding for the banks, that you are in the best position possible to receive all the funding that you are possibly eligible for. So there's things that you have to look for. For example, you have to know if your business is fundable, right? Banks, with any business, they look at it from a high risk to a low risk. The more high risk you are, the less likely the bank is going to offer you funding. If you are a low risk business, it's more feasible for a bank to offer you the funding that you need. So what we do is we consult you, we help you set the foundation right, and then we begin the process of getting you the funding that you're going to need. So it is a process, but with the actual right consulting, we can set you up to get, the amount of credit that is necessary. So if you're able to set the foundation right, you can anticipate, get, you know 50, 100, 150,000 for your business. So it's very, very important that when you establish your business, that you're doing it right. And that's what we do. We help find the funding that you're going to need, and that's what we're focused and dedicated on. And this is exciting because what we're seeing here is the evolution of a website. What you anticipate is that everybody is going to have one of these metaverse websites that you see here. This is really the future of what business is going to look like.
Thank you, Hector. You're absolutely right. This is where the business community will set up, right? So, being a part of the metaverse really allows for you to get in front of yet another target audience or your clients and be able to talk to them about this particular value, this immersive digital ecosystem. So when you're starting your business, one of the things you have to consider is maybe your domain name. But the second thing is, how are you going to fund your business? How are you going to have money to be able to operate? Simple. So it requires you to have a plan. It requires you to have a strategy, and you need a consultant to work with you and coach you through what you don't know. Real facts. So what I'm seeing is I see a lot of products being sold, and I see a lot of individuals, and I'm not sure if they're businesses or not, right? So how is it that they're able to sell the business stuff, right? So I want you all to consider business credit. I want you also to consider how you're set up, right, as a business. And that's kind of what Hector walks you through, is kind of what makes sense for you. But the first thing is, if you're considering starting a business, is to sit down and talk to a coach. Talk to a coach regarding what it is that you want to create. Because from here, the sky's the limit. Hector will help you with developing a plan so that you can have access to working capital. If I talk as a coach and I'm talking to members regarding their pain points, so talk to me about your pain points. And most pain points start and end with the need for revenue or money, right? To be able to invest. So it depends on what stage in the process. At the beginning, I always recommend that you meet with your coach. Hector is our business coach that will walk you through business credit, that will help you to make sure that you have solid footing and ground, to help you to understand that there's a difference in an S corp and there's a difference in a C corp, but what are those differences? And what I just named as an S corp and a C corp is like a business entity. Hector, what else would you add to the community regarding, like, when I go into the metaverse and I'm just looking here, like, this is one of the favorite things I get to do. This for me is a collaboration with Audacity, and I want to say thank you to my sponsor regarding this space because it allows for me to have a presence. So you'll notice here, I'm able to broadcast this. Yes, broadcast this. So even though I'm broadcasting using a different system, I could broadcast live here from the metaverse and bring you all in right now. What's nice is I also get a user list. So if I want to hold private gatherings, private meetings, or private product launch and services, that can be done here in the metaverse. In addition, if I want to take screenshots, I'm able to take those screenshots by clicking this button here and getting that screenshot. So let's take one for a second. So, and then you're able to see really quick that the screenshot was taken, right? I'll use that screenshot later, probably as content when I'm talking to people about the value of the metaverse. The other piece in here is being able to have a fly mode, to be able to explore the area, but also to take a guided tour. So people can just come in here and you can have your guided tour going and walking people through each one of your stations as a business owner. Remember, now you can come in and say, for instance, you wanted to be a part of the Everything podcast. You could literally click on this and it'll take you to the sheet to sign up to be a part of the Everything podcast. That's streamlining business. That's how the metaverse can be leveraged. Hector, what else would you add to that?
No, this is actually a great example of what you can do in this type of setting, right, with the metaverse. And I love how you were able to kind of put everything there. So, for example, if I'm a customer, I'm able to come into your digital 3D website and able to find what I need, right? You have the logo there, you have the podcast, you know where to find my Twitter, right? You have the mission statement, that could be one something you can add on there as well. Future plans, what are your goals, your ambitions with your business.
Our mission is to be trusted
Red,
Metaverses coaches
being able to
in
kind of
digital
go in
marketing
there
HR.
and see exactly all the services your business can offer. So really it's just depending on what kind of business you have and what services you're offering, but you can literally have any business and put it on there and give people an experience so they'll know exactly what they're going to be, what they're purchasing, or maybe the information that you want to acquire. You can do it in a way where people would have immediate access to it. And you can actually have your employees there as well, guiding them, showing them, hey, do you have any questions? Hey, would you like to schedule an appointment? You can get pretty much everything you're going to need from that virtual room, virtual website. So this is actually a great example of what you can do in your 3D website. I'm loving what I'm seeing here, Yanda. I love how you put all of this together. I think you're muted. I'm sorry, Yanda.
I can mute myself sometimes. Absolutely. So I'm really excited because last year in January, I started out in other metaverses. So I was able to, in starting in those other metaverses, I was able to really walk through the AI components of it and offer that value. So I see real estate, physical real estate transitioning into this. So I left the physical real estate. So I was a real estate agent. I was licensed for 6, 7 years, and I stepped away. Um, I had applied. I had talked to my brokerage regarding the metaverse and stuff like that, and so from it, I was early. I was last year, and I'm talking about this is where real estate is headed. There's going to be virtual houses. There's going to be real estate sold. Wait a minute. Real estate is going to take on tokenization. So, tokenization of physical assets. So, I said, we have to build out the metaverse. So, in building out the metaverse, what is it ultimately? What does this look like? We're extending your reality. So, as an individual, as a business owner, we want to extend the box, your brain, right? And how you view your business. And we want to stretch the framework so that you see here's an opportunity for you to take on yet another pipeline of clients to service your business, to service your needs. Digital real estate will be one of the hottest things going in the world in the future. So, why I say that is take a look at some things such as tokenized assets. So I'm going to take a few minutes, and I wasn't going to do this, but I feel like I need to do this only because I like doing this stuff. So another area is LinkedIn. So really, oh my gosh, look what's popping up automatically. I 57 pages on institutional virtual asset service providers and virtual asset risk assessment guides. What? Huh? Wow. So this here can tell us a lot about where technology is headed. So I'm gonna do a like real quick, and I'm just gonna repost it because I do want to read what's taking place in the digital world, right? So did I repost that? I think I did. So Hector, I'm headed over here because what I do here is really try to connect the dots for everybody. I wrote my first article in 2017, 2018, 18 here on LinkedIn to talk to you about blockchain, cryptocurrency, and where business is heading digitally and immersive. So you'll notice here is McKinsey. Here's McKinsey. Again, McKinsey tokenization of digital assets. So, tokenization adoption was poised for success 6 years ago, but progress has been limited. So, this happened 11 hours ago. So, I'm not telling you something I think. I'm not telling you something that, listen, it appears based on this article, McKinsey and Company are moving forward in the tokenized assets. You see, they're talking about blockchain, Bitcoin, metaverse, and all these pieces. So I'm thankful for Anoop for his articles and consistently publishing trends that are taking place for you in your business. So, Hector, I just really wanted people to see and connect the dots that this is not fear of missing out. This is coming. So let's teach you how to leverage this technology for your business so that you can add another line item for your business. So I'm going to take you through this really quick and show you some of this tokenization. Anything you would add, Hector?
No, I think that was perfectly said. This is really the evolution of business going forward. And like you said, this is another layer of interactive experience that you can offer your client. I think it's really a means for you to, be innovative, do something different, something that, can be a means for you to save money as well, because like you mentioned, this is virtual real estate, and ultimately this is what the future of business is going to look like. And I know, for example, that when you're looking at, I always refer back to this as an example as far as human behavior, and how these virtual worlds are really going to be the standard. You can look into how, for example, if you have children, or if you have nieces, nephew, grandchildren, how they spend most of their time, right? And they usually spend a lot of their time in these digital worlds, and such as Roblox, Fortnite. So these concepts are going to be very, very familiar for a large segment of people. And this is going to be how they're going to go and experience different products, and how they're going to get to know you better as a business. So this is a great way for you to diversify your offerings to your clients, and also be a step ahead of the game, right? Because you'll be one of the few people who've implemented the 3D digital worlds into your business. So this is exciting. Tokenization in particular is going to be something that's going to change the world. It's going to help. For example, if you have a piece of real estate, you can actually offer your equity, through tokenization. That could help you earn interest on your property, right? For example, that just being one use case example for real estate, or even invoices, right? You as a business owner, let's say you have an invoice, you're going to get your money in 30 days, but you can tokenize that particular invoice to get your money sooner, right? So I think this is a great way for you as a business to have access to money, the money you can use to run your business. So I really, really recommend and encourage everyone who's listening to this to look into tokenization, because this will be the future of it's a different asset class, right? Is digital, and as we start growing into a more digitized world, you will see that you will be able to leverage this tokenization in a lot of different ways. So this is really exciting. This is really, to me, the front, the new frontier of how business is going to be conducted, and a means for you as a business to have a way for you to access capital, right? Because a lot of the times, and especially in the banking system, it's not set up, in a lot of ways is not set up for you as a small business owner to be able to access the capital that you're going to need, right? It's very credit based. So even if you have a very profitable business, unfortunately, if your credit is not right, then the banks in some ways discriminate against you for being able to access the capital you need. But tokenization doesn't discriminate, right? Tokenization is math. If you have the money, if you have the means, if you have the assets, you can tokenize it. No need for credit. It's just based on your revenue, is based on the worth, is based on what, and a lot of different things. So I think this is great, and I love how you're putting all of this together, Yanda. This is exciting. Yanda, your mic.
Do it all the time, Hector. I do it all the time. It's so
Okay.
important to support small businesses and medium businesses and enterprises so that they understand the landscape of what's happening. That's why it was important to me, Hector, to go to school and to get some certifications along the way. So I went back and got some certifications in digital transformation. The reason why digital transformation, I've been an operator most of my life in a retail sector. So understanding retail and institutions, I get it, right? So now I get an opportunity to teach geniuses around the world on what's emerging and what's coming next. And I take that very seriously. I run the Genius Room Monday through Friday, 6 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. That's where iron sharpens iron. So I've been here consistently teaching and training every single day for a year and a half for free. And you know why I've been doing it for free? Because it's important to give the knowledge to you all. And that's what Hector's been doing, is giving it away for free for you all so that you have the courage. You don't have to pay somebody to get in, right? Now to take you from step to step with this whole business acumen and things like that, I'm going to offer you a couple different options, right? So, one is if you would like, you can participate in our monthly social media class, right? So, our social media monthly masterclass, you'll receive audio tips that may help your business scale, depending upon how you decide to execute what it is that we're suggesting to you, your coach is suggesting to you. We also have a monthly membership for Metaverse Mindset members. So we're working on your vision board. This is about striving for excellence for yourself, but also being able to create those swim lanes. The last we want to offer you is the Web3 Live Group monthly membership. So you get an opportunity. We have 20 geniuses, and we have 20 geniuses, and you can decide which genius you want to work with in order to help you build out your business. So I want to say hi to my space astronaut. He just came in from space. So I wanted to make sure that our space astronaut could come in here and say, hey, welcome from space. Hey
Yeah.
there, how are you?
Can you hear me, Yanda? Hello there.
I can hear you just fine. Welcome.
Yeah, welcome. This is nice. I've always wondered your restream. So this is nice to be finally here on the restream and live with probably some more viewers. So yeah, hello there, guys.
Absolutely. We are streaming live. We're streaming live to YouTube as well as to Twitter right now. And what we're streaming, this is our lunch and learn, our weekly lunch and learn, where we come in and we talk to geniuses around the world on metaverse, on what's taking place in technology, but specifically, we're talking to the business professionals
Yeah.
around real estate, around the possibilities of new technology and
Perfect,
opportunities.
perfect. Because I just came from like LinkedIn for Space Foundation, and they were talking about leveraging space data in Slovakia. So it's pretty interesting to see how different people are trying to use space technology in everyday lives. And it's about like creating the right investments and figuring out how to leverage the right things to kind of de-risk your own kind of investments, I guess. And right now, I think the rich people have it easy because they have access to the satellite data. But I'm here to try and democratize that a little bit. So, hopefully people understand the value of the space data that, all of us get. And maybe there is some level of data that intelligence officers can give the general public to kind of use, because I know that space data has a lot of layers. So it's a pretty interesting kind of industry. It's one of the richest industries out there because they deal with the largest amount of complexity. So they deal with the hardware complexity. And I think that that is kind.
Hector, I think he rugged. Did he rug?
Yeah, unfortunately, it looks like it might have just rugged a little bit.
Okay. So by description, this is called a rug. So when he freezes in the Web3 world, we call that, oh, he rugged, oh, he froze or he dropped off, but he's back now. So that's great.
Yeah, yeah.
And
Always
so
nice
Roger,
to meet
we
you.
get an opportunity. So this is restreaming. We're streaming out to 2 platforms. I used to stream out to 8 platforms all at once, right? 8. Yep. So and it
The
was
power of
massive.
eight, like eight is a very special number, right?
Is it?
When
It's
eight
8
goes to
new.
sleep, you go to infinity.
So I was wondering if 8 is new beginnings, infinite beginning.
Yeah. If you
Yeah.
think about the chessboard, right? It's all that eight by eight. There's a lot of play of eight.
It is. See there. See why we got the space engineer in here. He's like, listen here. There are levels to the 8, and I appreciate that. And what we do here is like I just took people into here, like, and we were talking about this yesterday. Actually, Roger, we sat in here and we held a meeting in the Genius Room. Right. So we're talking to people about how their business is. We're giving them yet another way to get in front of their customers inside of the metaverse and being able to show this value so that it doesn't hurt to just get started, right? And to think about your products and services in front of your clients. But you don't have to do this alone. What we do in the Genius Room and part of the business development and the business is to work with you all. So if you're interested in, say, wanting to be affiliate marketing, or you're interested in learning more about artificial intelligence, you just need motivation. Guess what? I got it. I just need it. We have a genius for you that can work with you, that can talk with you, that can assist you in building your business in the metaverses. Simple. Hector?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, from A to Z, right? From the beginning of when you're business, setting it up, for example, the C corp, really identifying ultimately what do you want to do with your business and help consult you and get you where you need to be. And then setting the foundation that you're going to need in order to get the funding for your business. And then we're going to go ahead and help you set everything up with your business. For example, your website, your 3D metaverse experience, right? It's a one-stop shop really for you to be able to come into, get your business ready, get your business fundable, and yeah, just get you where you need to be. We're very excited about what we're going to be doing, what we're going to be offering to small businesses, and just businesses in general, right? You don't have to be a small business, but if you have a business and you want to get, up to technology, if you want to get up to date with the offerings, do for you. We're going to help you get up to date. Yeah, and I think you're muted again.
I love it, Hector. So I had to remember I was on mute. So I was like, oh, I'm on mute. Let me go get Hector real quick. And then my room went upside down because I was like, oh, let me go get Hector real quick. So I'm over here in this corner and I'm about to go into the genius room. So I'm now in the genius room. And this is what you will start here. We'll have a link for you and you'll get started here. Inside of here, you'll have geniuses along the wall, and you'll be able to work with all the geniuses in the room. You can decide what genius you want, an hour of support. And inside of here, we'll continue to build this out, but we just wanted to show you the power of this is what a blank land canvas looks like, right? And you're able to build from this. You're able to build your brand, and we have different types of stages and settings for your business to be able to travel in here and to set up for you and your clients. So I wanted to take a few minutes and thank you all for your time because that's something that they're not creating any more of. Hector, is there something you want the community or general public to know before we close out this space for this time?
No, for the most part, I think a great example of what you do now for your business and how you can leverage technology. And a great example of how you use this to help give your clients a more interactive experience. What I would say is, if you are at any time type of consultation, you can reach me directly at 1-800-718-0969. Again, it's 1-800-718-0969. And just reach out. Would love to talk to you. Love to help you get your business established, get ready. And no, and I think that's pretty much it. That's at least for me on my end.
I thank you, Hector, for this lunch and learn. Rajat, what do you have for us? What do you want to tell the community, the world?
Yeah, I mean, I guess I finally have an opportunity to talk to the world today through your stream. So, hello, world, I guess, as every programmer starts with. So, with that, I will say, as a space engineer, my idea is just to help you share your cosmic observations better and help you learn what value exists in those human observations, because data is overtaking us and basically technology is coming into our lives, or rather we are integrating with data and technology, so we are becoming biotechnological beings of tomorrow. So the transhumanism is yet to begin, but give it a generation or two. I think we might have cyberpunks around. So let's have that kind of cool future. And yeah, I'm happy to share my genius. And basically, I think I'm still on like Twitter at Phantom Observer. So that's kind of where you can find me for now. And if not, I will probably give you better avenues to find me at. You can also find me on LinkedIn at Rajat Pai and just connect with me. And basically, I can help you optimize your systems. And, you can consult me for cost engineering as well. So, yeah, let's see how the world appreciates the opportunity cost optimization.
I know, right? So this is live selling, everyone. So we will, as we continue to have lunch and learns, we have breakfast, we have evening vittles with the Genius Room. We're only going to continue to expand. So we may have different geniuses at 1 o'clock, at 2 o'clock, at 3 o'clock, at 4 o'clock, because this is live selling. So you have an opportunity, you might have saw this in the room, to be a part of Metaverse Mindset membership. This is where we go over vision boards for people striving for more, right? So for 997, you can scan that QR code, a Microsoft Teams. A link has been created. You'll be a part of that monthly rotation. Also, we have the non-fungible, the NFT non-fungible token masterclass. You want to learn what's an NFT. You want to learn what's meant about non-fungible token and utility. For $47 a month, you can be part of the membership. You can cancel the membership at any time. The next we want to offer you is start and grow your own Twitter podcast or social listening channel. We walk you through how to get started. We walk you through how to, from beginning to end, how to connect with your target audience, but also how to follow up, because there's huge opportunity in the follow up. And the last live sale that I'm going to offer you today is the social media monthly masterclass. Well, you will receive audio tips monthly. You can come in and you can grab your audio tip and be like, that's it. So, like today's audio tip is, look, social media has analytics. So we can assist you with those social media analytics. And that's an example. So I want to go round robin before I shut the room down. It's 12:45, 12:43. And I know some people have 30-minute lunches. Some people have an hour lunch. I want to be respectful of that time. So to the geniuses, Hector, do you have anything that you wanted to state to the geniuses before we close out?
Yeah, no, just you know, don't be afraid to take that leap, right? Don't be afraid to take that leap. We're here to help guide you step by step. It can be overwhelming for some, because it's definitely an adjustment to, the current technologies. But, this is why we formulated this group, so we can help take you by the hand and take you from point A to point Z. So I'm looking forward to hearing from anyone. If you want to know more, you want more details, you want to know how to make your business, how to go ahead and implement this into your business, and what kind of offerings you can do for your business. That's what we're here for. So just don't be afraid to take that leap, right? And you have a group of individuals here, a group of partners here who are dedicated to help you, dedicated to get you up to date with emerging technologies. So I would say, don't be afraid to take that leap.
Excellent, Hector. Thank you so much. Raja, you have any closing thoughts before we close out for the day?
Yeah, I mean, I always have this thing where I say, think big, act small, channel the medium. And social media is all about figuring out the different mediums, right? So we are figuring out this kind of digital medium out, and we're using technology to leverage kind of human expression. And we are figuring out that these kind of constrictive technological perspectives can distort certain people's reality, and my hope is to kind of rescue them and help them kind of understand the larger scale of humanity, right? So I think that people should learn to share their observations freely, and they should have this kind of community where they should feel kind of welcomed and included, right? So the thing is that maybe they come there, but do they feel included? That's the bigger question, right? Did they actually be a part of the thing, or were they kind of forced to be a part of the community because they were just in the team? Because I see corporates doing that a lot. Corporate HR thing is just team building exercises, yay. But it's out of the realm for any of them. So I think that that kind of shared struggle kind of gives people that team bonding exercises that some people don't necessarily like. So I think these communities will have like interesting ideas they converge on. So you can have these team building exercises that are born out of that theme. So it's more of a thematic team building exercise where you're like building a guild, you're building a team, you're building an organization, and it's more cohesive because you all are different, but you have the shared vision, right? So when we say a shared vision, there is a metaphorical vision, and eventually we kind of converge that in reality and manifest the solutions we are looking for. So that is where my observations eventually, can manifest, but you need 100 people to observe reality with you for that manifestation to happen. So I think big data knows that, and they have recently manifested a lot because they got a billion, actually 3 billion people to start manifesting results for them. So if we can decentralize that, I think we can do a lot. So yeah. Ooh, Yonda. And I think we're having problems with the restream. Hector, are you there?
No, you're not. No, no, I'm here. No, you're fine. I needed to plug up my my laptop really quick because my laptop is running out of power. I've been in power mode all day with making sure that I really talk about the innovations that's happening out there in the world of Web3, Metaverse, blockchain, cryptocurrency. And that's so important to me. So I do apologize, but like I've been out here and just been talking to folks regarding it. So I love what you said. It gives us the opportunity to take a control sample and to be able to say, okay, y'all, what's your observations? And so, what I can tell you certainly here in the metaverse is that we're only at the beginning and there's so much runway and so much possibilities. My whole thing is how many metaverses can I get into, right? Because I want to be in all of them. Yep,
But by
I
the
do.
way,
Because I want
Yonda,
hmm?
like I think we are going to have to define the market meta, right? I think the metaverse is going to exist like an actual society, and we just have to figure out how to do the marketing in the metaverse, and we are the first ones there because we are everything metaverses, right? So we are kind of saying how can we operate a more regulated and regularized market in the metaverse and not do everything that crypto is doing, but also use that blockchain technology and some of the NFT concepts and things like Zentorius, right? You see that social fi thing happening, and I think it incentivizes people a lot. So I definitely see this regenerative finance concept coming through, where I want people to learn what they can do, right? Where do they put their money, their time, their attention? Because I was thinking, hey, if we are talking about the attention economy, then it's all about just giving people something more valuable to look at, right? It's like, can I edutain them with something more effective than what the influencer does to sell their merchandise? And if I can, then effectively I did exactly what they did, right? They showed me how to influence, they showed me how to market, but I have this vehicle because I have something else to supply. So it's the meeting that supply and demand. And I think that this digital assets is about this thing where I can have 6 months of commitment before I can produce and give it to you. And maybe the supply chain still
I think you broke it.
out. Mic check.
Are you there?
Yeah,
Yep,
it
you
keeps
did.
happening. It keeps happening. So I just wanted to say, like, we need to learn to observe the value added processes on our data, right? I think that is where I was catching the value chain analysis is all about each value added process that other companies do with your data. And can I ask for a revenue share? Because it is at the end of the day, my data. I deserve it because it's my biometric signature on the internet. And if you say otherwise, I will fight you on it with all the constitutional rights of all democracies and humanity, because that is essentially what is data. It is our biometric signature of our sentiments, our emotions, our ideas. So inevitably, I think we'll have to fight back and take some of the value that the companies already have made off of us and give it back to the community by being a more better standard of of a company.
You know what? I agree, Phantom, and we're going to close with this, and we can talk later. At certainly, right? Which is there's so much information coming, right? And there's and so you are valuable. Your intellectual property is you. You are valuable. So how do we coexist with your intellectual property and the value that you contribute, right? So is there a value score based on your contributions? You bring some interesting dynamics in for us to consider on building out loud, building in public, building value, right? This is how you build value. But the miss or disconnect, right, happens from a revenue sharing. If you find this valuable, then just take in the organic sense. Tip on Twitter. Tip on Twitter if you find this of value, right? So if I had to make a living off my tips based on value, perceived value, well, you don't want to hear the rest, Roger, do you? Perceived value.
I understand your point, Yaeunda, and I don't want to go into the specifics here as well. But what I realized with personal branding is that it is about sort of coming to the market with your personal skill set and competency, establishing sufficient authority, and then delivering sufficiently to keep that sort of sustained perceived value, right? Because it's not a perceived value, it is the value of your service that you demand. And if people see your worth, they will come to you. But the price discovery mechanism means that at some point you're going to say, okay, I can handle 10 clients, and if everyone can pay this much, great. But can I open a more economic tier? Can I open a more premium tier? You're going to have to address clients of different levels so that you have this accessibility to different types of people, so that you don't keep losing your entire intellect in only helping, let's say, rich or the people who can afford your service. I think that there is very much high value in doing pro bono, because at the end of the day, that will help some human. That social impact is there. And what I eventually want to do is have them self actualize and come online, right? So can I just, I think you mentioned this once, and I'm just gonna let you end with this, but like giving out phones to the homeless and like connecting them online, right? If there was like, I don't know how to authenticate them. That would be kind of a very questionable thing. But if they had the phone with them forever and that would be their authentication mechanism, right? We could educate them with that. We could give them so much free content on that, and then have that philanthropic foundations fund it, and then have these people learn, upskill, and come to the market. And as beginners, they start out, generating value, and they don't, like, they feel more competent to do it, right? It's not like they're just saying pay me, and like as an entitlement. And like, I feel like sometimes, it is some entitlement where they're like, okay, just give me money and out of pity. And I'm like, okay, but the proof of work. I have always have about the proof of work, and I'm like, I will give you opportunity. Can I give you an opportunity? Sometimes I feed them food. I'm like, I don't give you money, I will give you food because you say you're hungry. I will try to feed you, right? I don't mind giving you
I think you faded out, Phantom.
the
I think
phantom
you
issues
faded.
again. Yeah, I know.
Okay.
The internet keeps making me the phantom. I think that's my problem.
Well, it depends on AI and the other AI. So them AIs, they got power.
Yeah, but I
So
think it's my network actually. I'm
okay.
having some sort of network delay. Every sort of minute or so there is kind of a up like bandwidth problem, and then it just
Mm.
gets stuck for a bit. I think even on the spaces you hear me probably lose, like sometimes you hear me and then suddenly I fade out, and I'm like, oh no, I don't know where I faded out. And the problem is I would have continued the point, so like I have to wait to connect back to the point and restart where I ended. So it's a little bit
That's
fun.
okay.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's fun.
it's cool. Well, we're finished
Yeah,
for today from the aspect of our lunch and learn. We try to get 1 hour in, 1 hour out, up to 45 minutes, just depending upon where everybody is on their lunch break. But
yeah,
I hope that they found value in the proposition that we've been talking about, but also the metaverse. And we offered several solutions on how we can assist them
yeah.
and where they can find us. So again, I would be remiss if I didn't add these QR codes again, just so that y'all can see them and you can reach out if we have something that you may be interested in. So the first thing is what we're doing now. If you like what we're doing now and you want to learn more, start and grow your Twitter, podcast, or social listening online. We walk you through how to get started. We spend the first 100 days ensuring your successful rollout. So you don't just start and don't have support. You do have support. The next thing is get involved, get signed up for your Web3 Live Group monthly mentorship. What that'll allow for you to do is a team gets together and we're talking through what's happening in Web3 and what impact we can have immediately in the Web3 that can impact your business. On the live sales, we have Metaverse Mindset member. So your vision boards, but also your accountability with your vision boards. Goals, set them. Next, we have again, I talked about the NFT non fungible token masterclass. So, when we talk about blockchain technology, when we talk about cryptocurrency, when we talk about NFTs, non fungible tokens, we're going to tell you what is an NFT and how you can use the NFT with utility. Again, you heard me say if you're interested in starting and growing your social listening, it's $97 a month for the membership that you're able to cancel at any time. And the last offer that I have for you is the social media monthly masterclass, where you'll receive audio tips that'll just get delivered to your mailbox and you can consume them at your leisure. I want to thank you for your time because that's an element that they're not creating any more of. We'll see you next Thursday where we do our lunch and learns with our geniuses and they come in and they show you exactly the metaverse and the value proposition. Don't forget Hector. Any closing thoughts, Hector?
No, I think you nailed every button there. I mean, we have everything you need to get started, and we have a lot of information to share. And we're really, really excited to help you businesses and how to leverage this technology and add another revenue stream. So, yeah, let's get together. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out.
Thank you, Hector. Raja?
Yeah, I mean, I'm always about just helping humanity, right? I think if you give to like people, I think like people will learn to give back. So teach them the art of giving, and then, practice what you preach. So you have to give first and then teach them to give back. And hopefully, in this symbiotic relationship that you are going to have, you both are going to grow, right? So you're going to give and take different things, and you're going to find this dynamic growth because you both are giving and taking different things, and you're also helping each other's strengths, and accounting for the weaknesses, helping that robustness of the system. So these kind of things are called self organization, and the self organization is something that is possible with life. So we have to create the life support systems of the future. And here is like my framework that I have always started to think about, because I was like, people talk about everything, how can I create a generalized term for people to think? And then that's why the whole space suit and the space station came about, because it's a life support system, right?
Yes, it's a life support system. And
Yeah,
can you hear
basically
me?
it's a cozy space station, and hopefully, with that mental image, I will let you enjoy your lunches, and hopefully see you next Thursday. So thank you, Yonda, for inviting me. I was a little late, but I didn't realize what this was for. So thank you again, and see you around, Hector, as well.
Yeah. This is what we do, Raja. We do this, and it's all exposure for the geniuses. We do some pretty incredible things. So thank you for your time, because they're not creating any more of it. Thank you, geniuses. Love y'all, and I'll see y'all soon. Bye bye.